Beautiful. Oh, wow. This is really cute. It's cozy. Oh, look at this view. Can't ask for much more than that. That's our cabin right there. Such an awesome location. We are very impressed with our cute little cabin here in Monument Valley, but it is just a tad bit rustic. So we have to like start a fire to heat up the cabin a little bit. And a little bit of a quirk that I have to go explore right now because I have to pee is that the bathroom is actually outside that building right there. That is our shared bathroom with technically the one other cabin that's part of this like Airbnb. Honestly, I feel such relief that it's not a porta potty because, I mean, I'm sure everybody else is with me. I just freaking hate porta potties. But yeah, this is really nice and it even has a little space heater. So this will definitely do. We're starting out our day in Monument Valley with a 3.5-hour driving tour around Monument Valley, obviously, with a Navajo local. Here we've got the Praying Hands, the King on his throne, and the Castle Butte. And over here, the West Mitten and the East Mitten. As you can tell, the Navajo are pretty literal in the naming of these formations.
The outline of them will look like none from John Ford's Point.
One of Monument Valley's claims to fame is all of the movies that have filmed scenes here. John Ford's movies put this place on the map, Forrest Gump ended his cross-country run here, and tons of other movies like The Lone Ranger and Back to the Future have filmed here as well. Hi there! Bob! He's so soft. Oh my goodness. This area was named after Chief Hoshkanini, a Navajo chief who was well known for resisting the United States government. On this butte, you can see the outline of a thunderbird, which has a lot of spiritual and symbolic meaning in Navajo culture.
It still is today. So they hang around this water and they start drawing on the wall.
I'm surprised it stays
Yeah.
preserved.
We also visited a traditional Navajo Hogan, and it was actually really impressive. They don't use any nails or hardware in the construction of it. They just cut the wood and place it together in such an intricate way that it's not needed. This woman also demonstrated how they make their own wool. Like point left, go way left. More. Down a little bit. Up. That is totem pole.
After skipping dinner last night and having a granola bar for breakfast this morning, we finally found another food source. First, we're starting with a steak quesadilla, which looks pretty good, but I mean, anything would look good at this point, so.
Yeah, it seems to.
Yeah, can't go wrong with cheese and steak. So chili is yummy, good, spicy, but good. Love it. Sustenance.
It did say Chipotle.
Barely just like 2 videos ago, I was raving about my love for sopapillas, and here we are with a plateful of Navajo fried bread, which is honestly essentially the same thing as a sopapilla, which is the same thing as fried dough. Lots of honey.
Some honey.
Seriously. Always good. But really good after like 12 hours of not eating. 12? 24.
This morning has been a productive one. We took a 3.5-hour tour around Monument Valley, which includes the 17-mile loop that you can do independently on Monument Valley. But then we also did an extra 11 miles of the Backcountry that you can only do via a tour. These formations are just so strange and how they just, like, why are they there? I don't know. Who knows? Who knows? And that's why the Navajo think they're so sacred. So now we are headed back to our beautiful cabin, hoping we might be able to get the fire working. We did not get it working last night. So actually, I mean, the night was fine, but we woke up to it being pretty cold in the morning.
I've never seen an entire log engulfed in flames to then extinguish itself 20 seconds later.
Yeah, it doesn't make much sense. And like, we know how to start a fire. It's just not starting.
Monument Valley is pretty awesome, I have to say.
Yeah, love it.
I mean, I wasn't not expecting it to be. It was monumental.
Wow. Wow. We're back at the cabin now, and then we're gonna head out on this hike that our Airbnb told us about. The trail is actually an unmarked trail, but it leaves right from the bathrooms on this property, like behind the bathrooms, and goes all the way to Teardrop Arch, which I read a lot about online. It's like one of the best destinations that a lot of people say to hike to. So we're really excited. We're gonna get started. Exclusive hike basically means completely unmarked trail. And I know it said unmarked trail, but we figured we would at least find a beaten path. But we just hiked, like, basically zigzagged all across this mountain as we climbed up it, looking for a beaten path, and never found one. Okay, so the last clip I talked to you in, I was being optimistic about us finding our way to the Teardrop Arch. But alas, the unbeaten path actually took us straight into a mud pit, so we ended up turning around, and actually it ended up being good that we turned around because pretty instantly after we got back to our cabin, the wind picked up, and the wind was already picking up as we were hiking, but the wind picked up even more, and it basically turned into a sandstorm outside. So it honestly is pretty good that we were in the cover of our cabin during that time. So now we're just hanging out a little bit. We really haven't taken much rest time during this trip. So we're just resting a little bit before we head out to dinner.
That one's dope.
We're eating dinner tonight in an area called Mexican Hat, which is named after this rock formation behind me because it looks like a little guy with a sombrero. So they called the area Mexican Hat. Wow. We were just driving with really no real expectations of what we'd see, and this is absolutely insane, absolutely stunning. We drove all the way from Monument Valley to here where Valley of the Gods starts. We're not going to do the entire Valley of the Gods drive because it's getting dark, but freaking beautiful. Oh my God. As is our luck this trip, or lack of luck, the place that we were honestly really looking forward to having dinner is completely closed. So closed that it looks like it's closed for the season, if not forever. And our other option is to go back to the town we're staying in and have dinner where we had lunch today. Or we're gonna drive back past the Valley of the Gods, like half an hour in the opposite direction of where we're staying, just to get some variety in our life because there's a restaurant open down there. Oh, and spoiler alert, we're choosing the 30-minute drive.
When you're only here for 2 nights, you want to try more than one restaurant.
This steakhouse ended up being a great find, so if you happen to be in Bluff, Utah, definitely stop in. The owner is super, super nice and the food was pretty delicious, especially the pie.
What did you say?
I think we're gonna live.
We walked into a very cold cabin and we're not optimistic about our chances at getting a fire started, but Bobby has done the impossible and hopefully our cabin will warm up.
I'm pretty sure we just got really unlucky and the piece of wood we tried last night was just like either wet or really sappy or something because it just was not lighting, and now we're fine.
What magic did you work?